Hi, in this quick tutorial I want to give you a really fast rundown on how to get up and running with Adobe Encore CS6. Now mind you, I didn't say CC15, and that's because the most current version does not exist. As far as Encore is concerned, the buck stops at Creative Suite 6. Now, some of the reasoning I've read behind that is Adobe is going for an all-digital streaming play. There's YouTube, there are Creative Cloud for that matter, where you can stream and send videos. But I still see a value in creating a DVD. Whether you're dropping off demo reels or you just want to do some archival backup, you want to make a collection of your work to have on hand when internet isn't available, or you just want to send grandma a CD across the country to show her what you've been doing, make videos of the kids and things like that. Now, right now, I have Adobe Encore CS6 up and running. If you don't have it, you're a current CC subscriber, you can still get it. And by doing that, you have to go to your Creative Cloud applet, as you can see right here. And up top, as you're probably aware, you're going to see all your currently installed programs. Now, I only have access to CS6. I purchased it when it was new, and I have not subscribed to CC since. I just haven't had the need. With that said, you're not automatically going to get Encore, and you're not going to see that icon anywhere up here or down here when you want to find additional apps. Now, I already have this filtered to find previous versions of programs, because you can back download programs for file compatibility and other things of that nature. You can go for as far back as Creative Suite 6. Now, just to give you one more representation, here is all the apps available to me, and right now I can install Bridge, that comes free, it appears, and everything else is tried because they want me to upgrade, because that's how they make their money now. You can't buy the box product. Now, to get Encore, that actually comes bundled with Premiere Pro CS6. So if you don't automatically see it down here, which you won't, you need to go up where it says All Apps right now, click that, scroll down to the bottom, and click View Previous Versions. Now, I have the oldest version installed, so you're not going to see anything before that, and that's why my portal looks so empty. However, if you have CC 2014 or 2015 installed, you will see Premiere Pro down here, and it'll give you the option to install other versions. Right here in Available Versions, you'll want to select CS6. You install that, and Encore automatically installs with it. There might be a prompt to pull up. Go ahead and make sure Encore installs if there's a checkbox for it. Now, once that's installed, you are free and clear to uninstall Premiere Pro CS6. It's not going to mess up Encore. They just install as a bundle but work independently thereafter, so you can continue to use all your other editing programs. Once you open up a new project, you'll have this window here, standard like any other Adobe application, and we are going to start with a new project. Name it, and I already have my location quick save from the last time I tested this out. Encore tutorial. And I will be going through a DVD method. I'm in the United States, which is NTSC standard. If I were in Europe, you would want to use PAL. And if you don't know the difference between that, you're probably not using this program, because everybody who does video knows that. There's some advanced options that I can't do anything with, and I'm okay with that because this is all I need. Hit OK and it starts to create your project. Now right away, this is your dashboard. To get up and running, there's not a lot you need to know about the dashboard, but over here will be all your items, your project, where you're going to import your video, create your buttons, and things of that nature. And to the far right side, you're going to see your properties, which is the properties of the disk. So you pop the disk in, and you want this to be my Encore tutorial. Add a description if you want. Not going to. And as you start adding things, you can select a first play. So you pop the DVD in, and it automatically just plays a video, or maybe you have some sort of intro, and you want that to play before your menu comes up. We're not going to worry about that right now. First thing I want to do is add some videos. So you come over here in your project, and you can either go to File, Import As, your different types, and the same buttons are down here. To create new pop-up menus, timelines, slideshows, things of that nature, delete items. I'm going to double click in this box, and that is about the same as any other app you're going to find with Adobe. Import as asset. I have two videos quick saved right here. It is from my wig making tutorial, which I highly suggest you watch, and a loot crate open. which I also highly enjoy. Okay, so now I have a few things to start playing with, but you have to put a couple more pieces together before you can actually build a DVD menu. Okay, so now that I have my files in here, the next thing we need to make is a menu. And this menu is going to be what's displayed when you put the DVD in. And as you can see right now, it is blank. There is nothing here. It is black. Some of the few options you have is to add quick text. So this is text. There's not a lot going on there. That is boring. I don't like it. But if you like it, you can go ahead and keep it. I'm not, so I'm going to delete that. One thing you can do to make this a little bit prettier and actually stylize it is to right-click and edit menu in Photoshop. It'll automatically open Photoshop. I already had it open to save a little bit of time. And from here, you can fully stylize this and add text and images to suit your needs. So if you want to create a little thumbnail image that will eventually play the DVD, you can go ahead and do that. Right now, I'm just going to add a basic gradient background. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of text. And I have that is white, and I have a Star Wars fake text set, which I really enjoy. So right here, I'm just going to say title of DVD. Great. I'm going to change my font down a considerable amount. Okay, so let me click this menu over here. I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to click my text tool again, change my font size to a smaller amount, and this is going to be movie 1. Okay, great. Move wherever you want, and I'm going to put this down here, double click, movie 2. Alright, now one thing I'm also going to do just to show you how it translates over is I'm going to add a quick shadow behind this. You can see that pop up, especially across the blue here, and just hit save. Maximize compatibility, sure, go ahead. Most of these options I just click through. Now I'm going to minimize Photoshop and take notice that everything I did automatically popped over to Encore. And it looks a lot better, and these are tools that are not inherently built into Encore. Now from here, before I make any of this clickable, I'm going to come back over to my project, and I'm going to create a timeline. Now the timeline is what is actually going to be played. So you can put multiple movies in here. You can do one movie at a time. So you just click and drag whatever movies you want in this timeline and throw it in there. Let's call this movie 1. And we have 2 movies. I want them on 2 separate tracks. I'm going to create one more timeline. Click, rename, movie 2. And in movie 1, come down here and notice, just like you would have different compositions in After Effects or different scenes in Premiere Pro, that way they're individually marked down here. Movie 1, I have my wig video. In movie 2, I'm going to put my loot crate. Let's put it right there, and you can do different audio tracks and stuff underneath too if you really want to. Not going to worry about that for the moment, but I do want to come back to my blank menu. And up here, I'm going to make sure I have my direct select tool, or hotkey A, and I'm going to click this little text right here. Now we want to turn this into an active button. We don't want the DVD title to be a button, we just want that to be there. So you come to this with your direct select tool, right click, and you want to come and say convert to button. Now when you convert that to a button, your properties change. It moves away from your DVD properties and gives you button properties. You can come up here and do any kind of organizational stuff you want, but we're just going to go to the link, click your little pick whip, and go to timeline of movie 1. Create text subpicture. I don't want that. Sync button, text, and name. Sure, let's go for it. You can also come into the character section, and if you want to change the font, the size, and stuff like that, you have that ability. And if you want to add some metadata, go ahead. We're not going to worry about that because this is pretty simple stuff. So just to test that out, there's a little button right up here with a disc and a little arrow, and that is your preview. And this is what will happen when you put the DVD in your DVD or Blu-ray player. Come here, and as you can see, as I hover over movie 1 and select it, it is automatically going to play my video just as though it were loaded in. This is working just like an ISO would. So we're going to exit here. Pull up my menu again. We're going to come down to movie 2, and your other option, as opposed to right-clicking, going convert to button. If you come over in your layers button right here, you'll see movie 2 is just your standard text. And click this little area right there, and it changes it to a button for me. Works very nicely, and we're going to do the very same thing. Come over here, select movie 2, and I'm going to leave this create text sub picture up there just to show you what it looks like and why I unchecked it. Come back up to preview. See, I hovered over that and it changed color. It doesn't do that up here because I took it off. That's your choice if you want to keep it. It never really did a whole lot for me, but it's just like a web page where you hover over something and it changes color. It signifies that there's something to click. So we click it and it plays my video. That's working fine. Close. All right. One other piece of house cleaning to do is you click your timeline and notice that the timeline changes over here. And this will help you a little bit to go back to the main menu. End action. What is that going to do? So when the movie's over, if you don't select this, it'll just end. We want it to go back to the blank menu. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it for both of them. So when the movie's over, it goes back to the menu. If you want to create some sort of playlist, your end action could go to any one of these timelines in any chapter you want it to. So videos can just keep playing in whichever order you select them in. I would always prefer to go back to the menu, so that's what I selected. Now, that is built. We have our menus over here. It automatically pulls all that stuff in. It automatically separates all our timelines if we want to get out of project to something a little bit more organized, just to separate, you know, all your video files from whatever you're trying to look at. And then you come over to build, and build is where you're going to build your DVD. So if you have one in your computer, great, you need it. And you come over to your format, and you have 3 options between Flash, Blu-ray, and DVD. Now, Flash will output a Flash file. Blu-ray will, of course, go to a disk, folder, or image, so you want your ISO and not directly burn to a DVD. You have that option. And the same with DVD. DVD image being your ISO of that. DVD folder, we're just going to select DVD folder because I don't have a DVD in there right now. Source, current project, there's only one there. Destination, I'm going to browse to my computer and just select that. My backup drive. The name is my Encore tutorial, which we already selected in properties, and it's only one side. Now, we get down through all this. If you want to change anything else, you may. Check project, start, and it'll tell us if there's any problems that might occur when trying to build this DVD folder. Same difference if you're just burning straight to a disk. You can do that. And click build. Okay, when this build progress is completed, you will have a finished DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever kind of media you want. You can send it off to try to get jobs, you can impress family members, or you can just keep your own archived footage to play whenever you want. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know. If it wasn't, let me know that as well, and I'll try to tinker with any other tutorials I might make in the future. Until then, subscribe, like, share, do whatever, and maybe watch some of my other stupid videos that I will try to update whenever I have time, quite honestly. Alright, keep on trucking.